Welcome back to our podcast. We have a special guest. His name is Dan with us. Dan, you've been my family friend for a while. You've met my dad through me, and you have your own business. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
I do a little bit of everything. Landscaping, hardscaping, construction, just overall a lot of stuff, yeah.
So
What's the name of your company? You have a company, right?
Highline Property Services.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
what?
That's impressive. That's a good name.
It is a good name.
Yes.
And it has a good logo too. You should have repped your logo.
That's
you
why
totally
you're so
should have.
busy. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm thankful he had time to come on this podcast
Yeah.
with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So you appeared in this episode we're talking about, which is episode 1 of Flipping Farms. And you were the landscaper. What was your first thought, like when I asked you if you wanted to come on to a TV show?
Excitement, a little bit worried. What am I going to look like on TV? Am I going to look like a goofball? Am I going to look, presentable? So that was a big part of it. Yeah, a little nervous.
You came across very natural on camera.
Yeah.
A very memorable moment from filming for me was watching you get mic'd up for the first time. Like, you were just hilarious, like laughing about it. You had...
That was uncomfortable for sure.
Yeah, talk
Somebody
about that.
shoving stuff up your shirt, down your shirt. Feel a little invaded a little bit maybe, yeah. But it was fun, yeah.
So you took me to a nursery. And so we have the address. We're on the road where we're supposed to go, and we could not find where we were supposed to
That
be.
place is a hidden gem. Yep.
When we realized where it was, we thought it was just overgrown land. Like, we didn't realize, like, you go there to shop for stuff because it doesn't look like it.
Yep. Yep. Well, it's a wholesale experience in and of itself for sure. Yeah.
It is. And when we got in there, it was when we finally found it, and you took me in, you're like, okay, here's some paths. And we start walking the paths, you can go, oh, okay, so from a distance, it looks a mess. But once you're in there, you can see the different plants. And for me, it was a whole experience. I'm sure you're there all the time, or a place like that all the time. But
That one's still, compared to most nurseries, it's like organized. You got evergreens over here, you got shrubs over here, you got shade trees over here. That one, it's just mixed bag.
yeah,
Everything. I don't think they have enough space, so, everything's just kind of jumbled as it comes in on the trucks. But it's
Gotcha.
fun.
yeah, it's kind of like
a scavenger hunt for plants. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like a thrift
Jump
store.
over the puddles.
Yeah, you find the gems mixed amongst all the other stuff.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was really fun. So you own your own business. How did that come about?
Well, I worked for, let's see, I guess we can go way back. In high school, I worked for a landscaper and was we mainly just cut grass in the summers, typical high school job. Just cut grass, make some money in the summers. My family still owns a little Christmas tree farm over in Pottstown. And
What's
so
it called?
Highest Nursery.
Hi, and Hi is your last name,
Yes.
hence all the business names.
And so I've been doing that every
Right.
Christmas season since I've been a kid. And so I just naturally love the outdoors. I went to school to be a mechanic, auto mechanic.
You
got
did?
a degree in that.
How come I didn't know that? Cool.
Got a degree in that, was working in a shop and just decided, I don't like being cooped up inside. I want to be outside doing other stuff. So then I worked for my old boss for 9 years, and we did everything A to Z landscaping, from building patios to cutting grass, planting shrubs, new installs. We even did some really big pool jobs that I loved, hardscaping.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so and then from there on, I was just like, you know what? I can do everything necessary to do the job. Now, I kind of want to go off on my own and do my own thing and have my name on it and not just be working for another company.
Did you ever do like a pool job where you build like the waterfalls and all that, or nothing like that?
We did one really big job where we did a 6-person grotto, so you can swim under the waterfall, and it's like a room.
Oh, that's
6
cool.
people can sit
Wow.
inside of it.
That's cool.
And
And
we
you were
found-
involved with building that?
We built all of the boulder structure for that, so
Is
it's
that something
actually
you could do again?
oh, for sure. Yeah.
Every farm needs one.
Yeah.
Farm needs one. Really? Oh, man.
It can definitely be repeated.
All right.
We can't find the same boulders. We'll have to find new boulders.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
Most farms have boulders
Yeah.
too.
This is
figure-
true,
Oh,
but
most farms have rocks.
Yeah.
why are
Our
we...
farm has rocks all around the whole outside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why we would be, like, digging up the ground, though. on a farm to find the boulders?
They might already be in a pile on
They
it.
could
Oh,
be.
true.
Oh yeah,
True, true.
Yeah.
not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem. So, as a boss, you have an employee, and you had an employee on the camera with you.
Yep.
What was his thought? Like, because you had to approach him and go, "Hey, I got invited on this TV show." Like, what was his impression?
Jordan's a super chill guy, so he was all about it.
Yeah.
He's just and he was a great employee. We separated ways, no bad blood or anything. I'm happy for him. He just needed to find a gig that was less strenuous on the body, which I get. But he was all about it. He was a super easygoing guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, speaking of strenuous on the body, you are or have competed in hardscaping competitions?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me about that. It literally, like, I've seen some of the videos you've posted. It looks like because we go to like Ace Hardware conventions where we have booths set up. So there's it looks like there's different booths, like for different, like a vendor show kind of.
So they'll have all the vendors that sell products for hardscaping, tools,
Yep.
and even the paver manufacturers will be there. And then one of the paver manufacturers will provide all the materials for us. Everybody builds the same patio. You have an hour to build a patio. It's usually like 10 foot by 10 foot. And then there's some kind of sitting wall or a garden bed or a raised fire pit that you build on the patio. But it's crazy because you have an hour and it's just go, 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 go for an hour. And by the time you're done, you feel like you just slammed probably 2 days of work in an hour.
Wow.
But it's a lot of fun.
So do you do that by yourself, or do you have a partner that does it with you?
So sometimes the format's a little different. Most of them, it's a team of 2 guys, and then often you can have a coach who has the plans with them. But you get the plans for the patio the night before, so you can figure out and strategize. I'm going to be the guy laying all the pavers. My partner will be the guy cutting all the pavers, because usually there's elements that have to be cut into the actual pad that you're building. And so then you have the whole night before, we'll strategize and figure out who's going to be doing what. Now, I've only competed about, I think, 4 times now, but there's guys who have competed for 10 years, so it's stiff competition. Guys are really serious
Do you win a
about
prize or something? Or?
So usually in Kentucky, which is HNA sponsors the event, that's the nationwide contest, and then there's separate regional contests. The nationwide contest, I think the top prize is somewhere around 15 grand with the equipment that you win, and they give you a little bit of cash. Then there's usually like gear that you can win,
Okay.
Yeah. It's a lot
Have
of
you
cool
ever
stuff.
won anything?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
He's
That's
working
what
his
I'm
way
saying.
up.
There's stiff competition. There's guys who practice year round.
Yeah.
And my buddy and I, we usually try and get 1 or 2 practice sessions in before we go, but it's tough to compete with guys who work together every day and then can practice together, once a month, every month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is the goal to get it complete first, or the nicest job? Because I thought that it was like you come up with the design and you're kind of competing with like design, creativity, and...
So if you make the final round, you still have to build a 10 by 10 patio, but then you get some creative freedom that you build some different elements and change it up. The first round, everybody builds the same thing. They judge you on accuracy, how well it's done. They'll put a level on it, make sure there's no big dips in it, and also who can complete it the fastest. This past year in Kentucky, it was so tough. I think only 2 teams completed the whole patio within the hour.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot to judge on, and a lot of minute things. I'm glad I'm not a judge.
Yeah, I don't think that would be fun. Would you enjoy being a judge?
Not really.
I don't think that's your
No.
gift.
God's
either.
the judge. I don't want to be judging anything.
Wow. So you've done a lot of hardscaping. Have you ever landscaped a farm before you came onto our show?
I got to go back in the memory bank. I don't think so. Not a farm.
No.
Definitely not a horse farm either.
Okay. So that was the first?
Farmhouses, yeah,
Yeah.
but definitely not a farm. Yeah, that was the
Very
first.
cool. Was there anything that was challenging with coming up with the landscaping designs? Because you designed around the house, around our horse cabana, and in front of the stable. So those were 3 big projects.
It's definitely a challenge the time period was a challenge. You know what I mean?
Really?
We got to slam everything in these week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever we had.
Yeah.
But I would say the biggest challenge whenever you're looking at a new landscape design is just making sure you use the space correctly. Mm-hmm. You want to fill, if you have a tall area with a nice brick backdrop, you want a tall tree or something to fill that up, because then you have an awesome wall for it to pop off of. And then I just like mixing a lot of colors in too. Yeah.
My favorite part of your design was the window boxes along the stable. It was colorful.
Yeah.
Like, it just really made it pop.
The stable was pretty easy in the grand scheme of things, just because you have all these open spaces, so you want to put low plants under windows, taller things between the windows, and then it just kind of repeats as it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, and the boulders, we had a pile of boulders.
Yeah.
They weren't boulders, rocks. I mean,
We'll call them baby boulders.
they were, I don't know.
They still count as a boulder.
Too big for you to pick up, that's for sure.
Oh, really?
It's either a big rock or a small boulder. You
Yes.
pick. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you did the landscaping, but you also, I know you did one thing that was not in your job description. Do you recall what that was?
Was that moving furniture? Is that what you're thinking of?
100%.
Well, I'm a blue collar guy. If you need me to pick something up and put it down, I'm your guy.
Yeah. So Dad tells me how strong he is and all these things. I couldn't find him, or I forget what it was. Like, he was not around. And so I just grabbed you. I was like, hey, can you help me carry this couch upstairs? And this couch, I don't know if I didn't think it through all the way, but it barely fit.
Navigating those steps was fun.
Yeah. It went up, and then it turned, and then up. And then we had the two, like, pony walls, I guess they call them, at the top. Yeah, so as we're talking about this, we're totally going to be overlaying that behind-the-scenes footage that never made it in the cut, but people can watch as we, carry that up. I'm a little disappointed it didn't make it, because I was pretty impressed that, I mean, I know you're strong, but I don't know. I was like, I can't believe that I actually helped do that.
Well, that's the question. Dan, did she actually help?
Or did he carry the whole couch?
Well, I
Oh,
couldn't
she's-
carry that whole couch. Yeah. I'm pretty strong, but not that strong.
Okay, she's good at directing people, but as far as doing physical labor, I'm just saying. I mean, I remember in the show we threw two couches out the window, and
Yeah, that's
she was
this
more in the
episode.
way than anything. She really didn't help much.
I was in the way.
But she probably gave you
Right.
directions on how would the best way to get them out.
Well, yeah, she was saying, "Dad, you're going too slow. Then you go
Nope.
too fast," and yeah.
Everything he's saying is the complete opposite. And if you haven't watched the episode, then you need to go
Just
watch
watch it. Yep.
watch me pick up a couch and
Yeah.
Dad go, "What are you doing?" And
then
I
you
lifted
put
up
in the
on
comments whether you think she actually helped or not. I'm just saying.
it. Okay. Fine, because I know what the outcome's gonna be. It's funny because we had people upstairs. This episode is when we renovated the viewing room that looks over the indoor arena, and so we had people painting upstairs, and they were from Ukraine, so they're not really highlighted too much in this episode. They were just there to be really good friends and help us. But anyway, so apparently in Ukraine, women don't do much physical stuff. It's
Sort of
more
like
of the
Pennsylvania,
men's.
sort of like America. Then.
Oh, totally like America, right? And it was funny because I heard this much later after filming, because the girls that were there painting, they do my hair and my nails like on a regular basis. So we just chat. And so they were like, when you pushed that couch across the room all by yourself and picked it up to the window, we just couldn't believe that you just did that on your own. Like, our husbands were like, what is she doing? Like, that's not what women do. And I was just like, I was just moving the couch. Like, they just culture shock, right, for them, I think, because they
Yeah.
weren't used to seeing women just, I don't know, just do it.
Well, men are supposed to be the provider and the protector.
Yep.
That's what men do. And women are the nurturers. They're the ones that have feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
And so I wish that our culture get that together. I get, when people in our culture say, well, man, you need to get in touch with your feelings. No, you don't. Sorry. You don't. Women do. Okay? Men are there to protect and to provide.
Yeah.
We have different roles. God made us different.
This is true. We are very
Yes.
different.
And you're allowed to help. You're allowed to think you're strong, but, the hay bale toss, who won that? And, so on. I'm just saying.
I
I'm
actually
just
won
saying.
that
Oh, give me a
So-
break.
Oh, okay.
It's on video.
Well,
did you
wait.
edit the video and edit that out and make it look like
Wow.
you won?
Wow. You're probably thinking of the first hay ball toss we
I'm
did
thinking of
that
both of 'em.
never made it in. So
I
we did.
crushed her on that one. She could
Yes,
barely
you
get
did.
it off the trailer.
Yes, I almost fell
Yeah.
off the trailer. So
Yeah.
we can show that to these listeners.
So the second time we did it, it was a different producer, and
Yep.
he wanted you to feel good.
No.
So we were in an elevated up on a hill and with a
Did
slow.
they give her a half a hay bale?
Oh yeah.
No,
well,
my
she
dad
need-
let me pick my hay
She
bale.
just needed to let it roll down the hill to win because I'm
beat
throwing it in
you.
the air.
I
But I
thought-
still beat her. I
No,
still beat her.
the second time. The first time I beat you, and then we did it again, and then you beat me.
Okay.
And our viewers can watch. They can
Exactly.
watch you lose the first time.
But you're supposed to be the emotional support. You're not supposed to be the physical one. See, that's where
I
this
go to the
women lib-
gym. You
the
do
women lib
not.
thing ruined
So-
America.
What I'm feeling here, though, is there's definitely going to need to be a rematch.
Another rematch. Okay, maybe not a hay bale.
Well,
What would be
well, there's always something to throw around a
Sure.
farm.
true?
Absolutely.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Pumpkins.
Animals.
No.
An animal toss. I'll toss the cat. You toss the cow.
No. No. We love animals. You're going to get ourselves in trouble here with this podcast. We love animals.
We would not throw animals.
But we do eat animals. We're not
before
vegetarians.
we kill them, yeah. Right. We love animals, right beside our mashed potatoes. Yeah, we love animals.
This is
Yep.
true.
Yep.
All right.
So the viewing, well, this is also the episode where you ride a horse for the first time.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And the horse, again, it was so funny. So
No, it wasn't.
it was so funny. Yes. So how do I explain this? So our trainer that we had when we first bought the farm, she has horses. And so we asked her to bring 2 horses so she could give us a lesson on how to ride a horse. So she lines up these 2 horses, and we hadn't seen them till they were there and we were ready to get on it. My horse was an average size horse. My dad's horse was a draft horse that was taller, like his head. Did
It
your
was
head
giant.
even
No.
go to its back?
No.
Yeah, its
No.
back was taller than its head.
Yeah.
And we're like, how do you get on that horse? So if you watch the episode closely, you'll see that her husband was there, like holding the horse to help so you could get on the horse.
Well, he went down with his hand.
Did he?
And pushed me up on it.
Yeah, I was already on
There's
my
no
horse
way
at that
that
point.
you could reach it. I mean,
Yeah.
it was way too high. I don't know if she's mad at me. I don't know why she would do that.
It was
I
hilarious.
think she's a nice young lady. I
made
just
great-
don't know why she would do that to me.
Well, it made great TV.
Yeah,
was-
so did the donkey crash that I had. Made great TV. But
Okay, well, let's
hurt me
just
for life.
talk about that.
No, we don't talk about dog.
Oh, we have to. It happened in this episode.
It did.
This is episode 1.
Okay.
I know. The thing about the donkey, it happens at the end. Dad wants to redeem himself for riding this big horse, and that was hard. So he's like, a miniature donkey,
Right.
no problem. He gets on the mini donkey, gets bucked off the miniature donkey, right on his back, and almost a year later is still like physically suffering from this donkey fall. And I, in the moment, was terrified because it's not often I see my dad hurt. So I didn't know how hurt he was, but I knew he was hurt pretty bad. And so I'm like, oh no. And what you don't see, which of course, this is why we have this podcast to spill all the beans. I'll have to play this again as we're talking so they can see how obnoxious it was. But when I ran to my dad, I was like, oh no, are you okay? And so I was on the outside of the fence. So I had to like duck under the fence. And I think I put my arms out to duck. So my arms were like out like this. And I'm running like this the whole way to him. It looked so dumb, so dumb. But yeah. So I was like, are you okay? Do I need to call 911? He's like, no. And his voice was shaky. He's like, I'm like, are you sure you're not going to die? Like, I thought he was going to die. And again, what you also didn't see was that our producer was in the military for 13 years. He was in EMS. Like, so he has training. So he set the camera down or handed it to somebody, I don't know. And he ran out to check his back and his spinal cord because he was also trained with chiropractic training or whatever. So he knew that you were safe to sit up and to get up. So I was so thankful for that. You had a lump. You had a lump that big on his back. And
Went to the ER.
yeah, went to the ER.
Then they sent me to another hospital.
Yeah. And it was really, so it was traumatic in the moment, but then I think, a little PTSD might have set in after that, because as I'm editing this episode with the other editors, they put it in episode 1. Then they replay it in episode 2, because episode 2 is where he rides a dirt bike. They're like, is that a good idea? You're not a very good donkey rider, so you see it again. And then
Hey, a donkey has a mind of its own. A dirt bike does not.
he had that exact verbiage in episode 2, is what he said.
Yeah.
But then it came again, it made it into 3 episodes out of 8. So if there's another accident, hopefully there won't be in season 2, but if there is, let's not repeat it into 3 different episodes. That was not fun. Have you had any accidents? Being a landscaper, I would think.
There's always bumps and bruises.
Yeah.
Smashed thumbs.
Yeah.
Especially working with boulders, rocks,
Yeah.
smashed thumbs, a lot of those. Nicks and scrapes. Nothing. Well, I did have a boulder fall on my foot at my old job.
Huh.
That's the worst workplace accident. Cut my finger with a chainsaw.
Did you? Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
terrible. Did you have to get stitches
No, just wrapped it up real tight.
with duct tape?
No,
I feel like that's a
that one I
contractor
feel
thing
like
to
we
do.
had a good first aid kit. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
See, first aid kits are my thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm a planner, Dad's not a planner. And so with farms, accidents happen, and having a business on top of that, like you have the general public, so you need to be prepared. So I spent probably a week on safety, and Dad is like telling me I'm wasting my time. So we had 2 side-by-sides at the time. So each side-by-side had a first aid kit.
So first aid kits everywhere.
They were
fire
everywhere.
extinguishers everywhere.
Yeah, there was one in the barn.
And I'm in one of those spaces and buildings and said, well, now, if there's a fire, where's the fire extinguisher? And I don't know where most of them were.
Okay, well,
They were
that's
like
his
all over.
fault.
Oh, no, she had a
because
whole diagram and everything.
I typed a
Oh, yeah.
sheet of all the
Yeah.
things in the first aid kit so I could replenish it. I had all the fire extinguisher locations, even the local hospitals and like emergency
Super
rooms.
prepared.
I
But as a guy, my mind goes to, okay, bleeding. What do I need to do? I know where duct tape or electrical tape is way faster than I remember where I put my first aid kit in my truck.
So back to the show and the design. So we went to Side Street Salvage to shop for the furniture, the couch. Actually, that's not from Side Street Salvage, but the owner of Side Street Salvage's wife has a private collection of furniture. So they have a storefront called Side Street Salvage in Elverson, Pennsylvania. Super cool spot. And then I was able to shop her private collection in a warehouse, so that was really fun. But I had lived in Elverson for a year, I guess. And this place, the store, was 30-second car ride from my house, and I had never been. I was with you, Dad. We were going to a hardware store, and I said, hey, let's just stop here real quick. He and I were going to go up to the city to shop for the designs before the crew came. And I'm like, oh, let's just stop at this little, I thought it was a little mom and pop, like, hole in the wall. Like, I wasn't going to really care about what was there. And when we walked in, I was like, oh, no, we're going to be here a long time. And we spent, 3 hours there the first day shopping? And we went there 3 times to shop and to film for this season.
Yep.
What was your impression walking in there? Was it what you had expected?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Because there was like the main floor when you first walk in the main room. And then we walked around the corner, and there's steps down into a whole nother room, which is 2 or 3 times bigger than that room. And the cool part was it was all messed up, meaning there's stuff everywhere. You got to really look hard because you
Like
can't.
the nursery.
Yes, the furniture version of the nursery.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't walk in once and see everything, because we went back again. It's like, oh, I didn't see that before. Yeah, and then when they heard we were going to come to film there,
Yeah, so the first time we shopped there, we didn't have the film crew.
right?
We just kind of like popped in, not thinking we were going to stay. And then we made a list of all the stuff we were going to buy. That way they would hold it for when the film crew came, and then we could
Right.
shop and buy everything then.
Right.
And so go ahead, continue your
Well,
story.
then when they knew we were coming to film, they cleaned everything up before we got there. It's like everything is orderly, and it wasn't nearly as cool.
Lost the charm.
It
yeah.
lost the
Yeah.
charm.
Yeah.
I got the horse head
Oh,
that
yeah.
went on the dresser.
Yep. The shutters.
Yeah, you didn't catch my
Oh.
thing there. I was trying to lead into the dresser.
Oh, the dresser. Yeah, the one that
Dresser.
designed so nicely.
Yes. So
Yes.
there's a clip that didn't make it into this episode that I wish would have, but for time's sake, it just didn't. So when we were filming our interviews, where Dad and I are just sitting there, the two of us talking to the camera, my dad told me for the first time that there was a design that I did that he didn't like. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't ever remember you telling me that there was something I did that you didn't like.
Yeah.
And you're like, the dresser, the purple dresser with stars on it. And I was like, oh, like I painted a dresser when I was 10. And for a 10-year-old, that dresser was awesome. Yeah, no, like maybe Rachel now would not use a purple dresser with blue stars
You were
on
proud
it,
of
but
it. It was cool.
I mean, the lines were very steady and straight.
Very, very good.
And the colors matched my colors on my bedspread, a 10-year-old bedspread, you know?
And that's where the design inspiration all started.
It did. I changed my bedroom so much. My parents were really supportive. It didn't matter what color. I painted it bright red. I had walls that were blue and purple. Yeah, I like splatter painted the walls. It was
that's
very
right.
textured.
Yeah,
I mean, like I did it all. I did new flooring. You put new flooring in my room because it was like a hot pinkish purple color. It was a very weird color carpet. So
the carpet.
I ripped.
I
yeah,
thought you
sorry.
were saying you put in.
No,
hot
I
pink
replaced that
flooring. I was
carpet
gonna
with
be, where do you
flooring.
find that at?
Yeah, well, what year was the house built? I mean, it was from the 80s maybe. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, like new flooring. I got new furniture. I had three or four different beds in that room growing up. I mean, I switched it a lot. I had a cheetah design in my bedroom.
That's right.
The one time we
forgot.
took the doors off my closet and
And it all paid off. Now you grew up, and now you're
grew
doing the
up.
same thing, except at a whole nother level.
a whole nother level. Well,
So,
ground
is that
level.
something you wanted to encourage, Rachel? Like you being a man of many hats, is that something you wanted to raise her, to find her own direction that same way, or?
No, I just wanted her to have fun. She was
Okay.
she was young, 10, 11, 12. I wanted her to just enjoy life.
Yeah.
The house is not important. The kids are important.
And that's something I struggle with as a mom. Especially, taking care of everything myself. Like, I feel like I want my house to be clean all the time. But everything is on me. The cleaning.
The last time I was there.
Oh, I know. I was
I
apologizing
hadn't
to my
cleaned it
dad.
up. I need to quit cleaning it up. I said, but why? When the kids come back, they're going to get it all back out again. I mean, why?
Because they could make a bigger mess. I'm sure you know.
Oh, I know.
There's a
Yeah.
big mess. It could be worse. So, Dan, what we like to do is we like to ask all of our guests to ask us a question. So do you have a question for my dad or for me?
Can it be a
You're good.
selfish question?
A selfish question.
Yeah. For
Okay.
your dad.
Okay.
So, as you go through business, you're always like, for me at least, we discussed before we went hot, I think, kind of the ADD, whatever you want to call it. I don't like doing the same thing all of the time. How do you change directions in business? And, I feel like I'm stuck in a lane right now, the landscaper lane. And I want to kind of get away from that. But I'm struggling with finding the vision for what's next. How have you always had a clear vision of what you want to do, or has it grown over time and changed?
It's changed 15 times. Yeah, 15 different businesses. So I'm the kind of guy that I just enjoy doing new things and trying new things. So I've owned businesses that people said would fail before I even bought them, but there's always a way to make them successful. But you got to enjoy getting up in the morning and going to work. If you don't and you're in a rut, I mean, you got to try something. I would rather try something and fail than to never try it.
For sure.
There are a couple businesses after I started, I was like, this didn't work out too well. 2 of them failed. No, 13 of them succeeded, And the memories that I have with my kids and those businesses are irreplaceable.
So to answer your question, I think his answer is that he has a vision of what he wants to do next. And I think you're asking, how do you know what that vision is?
Yeah. How do you find the
Yeah.
correct discernment on what you should go after next?
Well, sometimes you need to try it and see if you like it.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
say, they weren't all successful. So, it just depends on what you enjoy doing. Now, I am a Christian, And so I started a Christian apparel company. And so I started selling them first by the tens and then the hundreds.
T-shirts, them as in T-shirts.
Christian T-shirts, yeah,
Yeah.
and sweatshirts and hats, and
Yeah.
then sold them by the thousands. And something that, hey, this is cool. I enjoy doing this. But I reached a point where it was no longer fun. So I gave away my Christian T-shirts to friends who were in ministry. Two of the guys were musicians. They sang and did concerts. I gave them hundreds of T-shirts. I said, here, just sell them at your concerts and just keep the money. It helped them, and they were excited about it. And then it's like, nah, that was fun for a while. Now it's time to move on.
Yeah.
I tried something else.
I feel like I reached that point with the corn maze. I had a corn maze for a few years, and I think with the TV show, I already had that kind of in the works. So it was easier for me to I literally just closed the door to the corn maze. I didn't sell the business. I just sold everything by piece. But then I already had a new outlet kind of lined up with the TV show. So if there's something that you're thinking about, I'd say do like research by talking to people that maybe do that, whatever that is, to see if it might be something that you would enjoy. And then maybe try to line that up while you're trying to pivot.
Yeah.
That way you're not just like cold turkey stopping something. I was going to say with a TV show, it was an idea, and then I needed to figure out how to make that happen. So I did my research. My research looked different. I didn't know anybody personally who had a TV show that I could talk to, but I listened to all the audiobooks from all the people in the industry. Like Chip and Joanna Gaines have a book out. Duck Dynasty is a huge TV show that I follow, and I try to learn from, not personally, I don't know them personally, but they're doing what we want to do. We want family-friendly, wholesome content. We want it to be funny and engaging. We want to be an example for other people. We're not very forward with our faith on our show in season 1, but that's because we want people to know us and to like us and to trust us. We do love Jesus, but we're not all about that in our show, which I don't feel Duck Dynasty was either. It was, you know, you see the family praying at the end of the day. That's... You know, it's all you need. You don't need to be very preachy. And they have other outlets that they use to write books and to speak and to have their podcast to share their faith, which is, you know, they're the model that we're trying to be like. We're not trying to be like them, but because we're our own people, but we can learning from them.
Ideas from, we are picking up ideas from a whole bunch of shows that have been successful.
Right.
And we sort of merged it all together.
Yep.
Ours is 1/3 humor, which I think is most important.
Look at him with his math. I think this is so funny. We never really discussed this, but he brings this up all the time now. I'm like, wow, when we sat and planned our show, we weren't like, oh, we're going to be this much and this much and this much. So go ahead.
1/3 design.
I don't feel like there's a third design.
And then there's 1/3 family, friends, relationships kind of thing. Yeah. So, I mean, it's roughly, each episode is different.
Yeah. I'd like to be a little more heavier on the design, you know, season 2.
I'd like to be a little heavier on humor.
Okay, well.
Two ends of the tug of war.
I know.
But I wanted to say, too, the TV show can be a vehicle to plant the seed of the faith part.
Absolutely.
It can't force faith down anyone's throat,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the biggest thing with television today. There's so much bad stuff on TV.
Absolutely.
If it can be even just a glimpse of this is what faith looks like and family and relationships look like.
I mean, how are dads supposed to know how to be a good dad? It's hard to find one to model after.
Yeah, so let's touch on that real quick because we talked to several TV networks. One in particular is very family friendly, and they turned our show down because I'm too snarky with my dad. They were like, we don't really like how Rachel came across. She was a little too snarky. So I just want to say to all of our viewers and listeners that I love my dad. I love working with my dad. And there's one, we didn't touch in further down in our podcast, we talk about our Nashville trip, and we had already pre-recorded that. And I didn't touch on that. My least favorite part of all of the episodes was when I was trying on different outfits for our Nashville trip. And my dad's like, Rachel, and I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, oh, I don't like that outfit. And I'm like, whatever. And it was the biggest eye roll ever. And it did come across as super snarky. And that's the one thing about this I've been saying from day one since the camera started rolling. I'm not an actress. Like some of it is scripted, and I'm not an actress. And
Right.
I do think I came across as snarky when I was trying to act. But if there's a little snarkiness, I apologize. You know, I have 1 season under my belt as an actress.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
don't know.
it's unscripted television, which we don't
Yeah.
have lines or anything.
Right.
We just have an idea, concept, what we want to do, and almost all of them are our ideas.
Rachel, I did think of a question.
Oh, for me, okay.
So, after seeing yourself on camera now for a whole season, what's the biggest takeaway that you've learned about yourself? There's gotta be something.
Oh yeah, especially because I was part of the edit. So I say wow a lot. Like there's a whole bunch of varieties of wows. Like wow, wow, wow. Like so many wows. And I roll my eyes a lot at my dad, which I don't realize I'm doing. And then I'm like, oh wait, that doesn't look good. Like I want to change that.
In real life, you don't roll your eyes at me.
I know it's like it's just like a banter thing that we do, which we do sometimes banter, and then we're like, haha, we wish the camera was rolling in real
My
life.
5-year-old daughter is a professional at rolling her eyes at you. When you tell her something she doesn't want to do, it's...
Okay, well, I see my eye roll is not.
And she just naturally picked... I don't know who she learned it from. Maybe I roll my eyes. I don't know. I don't notice where she picked it up from, but...
Yeah.
Man, those things.
So I would say I'm very aware of my words that I say. I'm more aware of my body posture too. Next season, I would love to have a hair and makeup and / just personal assistant to make sure I don't look frumpy. Because a lot of like wardrobe's a thing. Like I'm like, oh, that sweatshirt makes me look pregnant when I'm not pregnant. Like just those things. I think.
Yeah,
I've
I have
learned
quite
a
a
lot.
few shirts that make me look pregnant too, son. Would a wardrobe person help? Is that all it takes?
It could be. You never know.
Well, that's one thing that I learned filming.
What?
Is my stomach is bigger than I think it is.
Well, the camera adds, what do they say, 10 pounds?
Oh, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least.
And I think that could be an accurate statement.
But I need to do something about it. So I think maybe
Season 2, we're gonna
season
build that a gym.
2, Yeah, I need to build myself a redneck gym.
Yep.
Here's my thing, though. Some people think redneck is a bad term. I fully embrace it.
Oh,
you
I
know?
embrace
Yeah.
it all the
And
way.
I've been called kind of... Jordan actually coined this phrase for me, a bougie redneck. I like nice trucks.
Okay.
I like nice hats. But I have redneck tendencies.
Hey,
You can
Josh,
take some
That's
pointers
how
from
I
it.
identify now. I'm a bougie redneck. I'm a
There you go.
redneck. I still like working with my hands, getting dirty, but I like some finer things.
It sounds like the best of both worlds.
yeah, a redneck is somebody who would drop a boulder on their foot.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
You
Well,
went
actually, there
there.
was a machine that dropped the boulder on my foot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Machines are cool too. I don't allow women to run any of my equipment.
Wow. Okay. It is time to wrap up this podcast. Dan, thank you so much for joining us. This was so much fun. Be sure to check out. You have socials?
Yeah.
Yes.
Instagram, I'm at Dan Highline.
Okay.
Mixed in the last name and the business name there.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So thank you
Good
again.
to see you, Dan.
Yep. We will see you in the next podcast.
See you next time.